Is it a little bit of danger that we seek? Walking closer to the edge than we really should. Why do we let our hearts back out there time and time again? Is it looking for a home and a happy end? And we fight like gladiators, never mind about the failures. Fall down and rise again, fall down and rise again. And we roll the dice, roll the dice.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are actually just going to get right into it today. My rug came in for the entryway and I wanted to get this area cleaned up, wiped down, especially these areas on the wall. I think some bugs had maybe been smushed, plus my kids run through here all the time and it was looking pretty nasty. So I wanted to use a magic eraser to just kind of clean the spots, and all of them came off really, really well. So I highly suggest this if you guys are looking for something to clean off your walls. Of course, I would suggest to trying a smaller area at first just to make sure it doesn't ruin the paint or anything like that. But for me, it worked great. So I did that, and then I wanted to clean the floors and roll my rug out.
Even if you tried, you wouldn't understand it. Maybe something's missing inside of you. Just a bit of sugar to that horrid bitter. Maybe you taste different. Hold up, baby. I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different.
All of our house has this flat paint, so it's completely matte everywhere. There's no shiny walls, and our builder kind of explained during the building process how this was the easiest paint to use in case they had to do touch-ups along the way. And I will say I mostly love it. Sometimes it's not the best when you need to get an area clean. You kind of have to repaint it instead of wiping it down, but overall I really love the look of it. And I've mentioned this before, but with this entryway, I just feel like everything has been so temporary as far as decor, and I am looking to do something a lot more permanent sometime very soon, because like we haven't even put anything up on the walls or anything except for that one sign on the other side of this wall, and it's not going to stay there even though I do like the sign. So I'm thinking about doing some fun wall accents, possibly right here and all the way up the stairs, and then maybe even doing some kind of different color just to make it really pop. But I don't know, I'm just kind of throwing ideas out there too, because I'm really excited about changing up this area. And when I bought the rug that I'm putting out here, that's what I had in mind, was kind of the fact that this area was going to be changing over the next few weeks.
Everlasting ego. Oh, here he goes, here he goes, here he goes. Oh, here he goes, oh, here he goes. Oh, here he goes, here he goes, here he goes. With his humble act and everlasting ego.
I've been working on my description box and having more permanent links every single time I post a video. You can look in the description box, which is just right underneath where the video is playing, and it has quick links to all of my favorite things, which my steam mop is one of those things, and I also get asked about it a ton. So you can kind of scroll down and read all of the quick links. I will also make sure to include this runner because I know a lot of y'all asked about it on Instagram too, and it's just so beautiful. I really, really love it.
Oh, look, here he goes, stepping on toes with his humble act and everlasting ego. Oh, here he goes, here he goes, here he goes. Oh, here he goes.
Okay, I'm gonna try to tackle this before the sun goes down, but I was about to say, can you guys see how dirty the door is? But you can obviously see. And this just does not come off easily. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I got some Mr. Clean magic erasers 4-pack. I have a glove and I'm going to try to scrub it. Worst comes to worst, I'm just gonna paint over it, but it's been something that's really been bothering me because look how bad it gets down here.
Occasionally, I need to breathe. Stop me for a second, I got needs. Occasionally, I set them free. Don't hold me back now, I'm in the lead. This part, so cold life. This part, so cold life. What a time to be alive. Lately, I've been dancing on my own so bravely. Steady steps on the ground, hate me, but
I actually filmed this part of the video when Zeta was about to be rolling through and we had no idea what was coming for us. But the fact that they canceled school the next day kind of made me feel like it was super serious, and thankfully for us at least it ended up not being that major. We did lose power for a tiny little bit and we had some insanely crazy winds that blew limbs all over our yard because we kind of live in an area where our entire lot is basically surrounded with trees. But in our neighborhood, we had trampolines that were blown everywhere, and I know some trees fell, definitely limbs fell. So we're very thankful that nothing major happened, and especially that we didn't lose power for that long. But it is just so crazy everything that 2020 has brought, and I feel like storms have just been wild this year. So if you're somebody who has been affected by any of the storms, I'm so sorry. My heart goes out to you and my prayers are with you too. I have been talking to a few of you over on Instagram who still don't have power. So hang in there, guys. I know it's going to get better.
Cause lately, I've been dancing on my own so bravely. Now they're round on my mind, hate me, but I ain't never coming down. Never coming down, I'm never coming down. Never coming down. Cause I'm getting stronger.
Okay, now that I'm done scrubbing it down with that, the general consensus I would say is it's much better, but like where the problem areas were, like right here and down here, even with all the scrubbing, it still doesn't look great. But at the top and stuff where it was looking really nasty, that all came clean, and I still need to clean the window. But I actually brought out an SOS pad, which I know is probably maybe a little bit too harsh for this door, but I don't really care because I'll just paint it if it gets messed up. And I'm gonna try that on here and see if it'll come off.
Aren't you tired of the drama? You use your words like they are knives. I don't need that type of drama, and trying to be tough all the daytime.
Do you know what I just realized after scrubbing and scrubbing? This isn't actually dirt right here. I mean, the rest that came off was dirt, but this is where the paint is rubbing off. And then I was scrubbing it, so now it's coming off even more. So, cool, Joanna, really great job. I'm going to wipe this down just with some water, and I think I'm gonna do a little bit of painting, probably tomorrow though, because it's about to be dark outside.
Always get up again. You're looking at me so cold. Get over yourself, are you for real?
And I actually still haven't painted it. It doesn't look that bad, but the storm came in, and honestly, it's been insanely busy ever since with Halloween weekend, so I will get to it eventually.
You try to make yourself feel better by taking me down. Once I fell, but now I'm strong, I'm ready for the rematch. Shoot me down, don't you know I get up? Yeah, baby, I will fight. No, there ain't nothing stopping me. I'm bulletproof, I won't fall. I'm bulletproof, go on and shoot me down. I will always get up again.
I found this fun little circle shelf at Target for Kate's room. I think it was only $30, which I thought was a really, really good deal. And I knew I wanted it to go here in between her windows, which you'll see a little bit later on in the video that she also gets new curtains too, which looks so good. But I am just a chronic, like 80%er, I would say. Like we came in Kate's room and just did her wallpaper. We set up her bed. We got the lockers in here and the mirror, and it looks so good. And then a lot of times when I get to that point, I just walk away from a project and kind of forget to decorate or just finish out the space. And so we have been working a little bit harder over the past few days to get some decor in her room and just get it set up how she really wants it so we can be happy with it before we go and change it again in a few months.
I'm acting surprised, but I know I'm not over you. Keep missing the fights, even though they're so overdue. We had a fire, now we're watching it burn low. Isn't it time we go our separate ways? Not enough time, not enough time. I'm falling behind, I hate to separate my body and mind.
For those of you who are newer to my channel, this is Kate. She is my second oldest and my second daughter. I have 2 girls and 2 boys, and it goes girl, girl, boy, boy in that order. So Kate is my helper. She's my little mama, and she's the one who wants to do everything for everybody and also make sure everybody's okay. And she had mentioned the other day how she's helped me with laundry a ton, but she wants to know how to do it all the way from the beginning to the end without any grown-up help. And so this night I was just going over everything with her and just making sure that she fully knew it. And she really has taken it on. And every single free second that she has, she wants to be doing laundry. And it is so sweet. The other day, I was like, oh man, I need to go upstairs and change over the laundry before I go to bed. And Mark was like, oh no, Kate already changed it over. Like that's something that's on her mind to do. And she's just so helpful like that, which is really sweet. But for being 7 years old, I feel like that's pretty good that you can do a load from the beginning all the way to the end. And I've talked through with her how important it is to check all the pockets and check for stains. I also said how when I was younger and I learned how to do laundry, we sorted it into loads, and how I just feel like that's not that important because no matter what I wash together, unless it's certain things, obviously, it all comes out just great. So I kind of taught her a little bit of how I learned, but I also taught her some little hacks to get through it a little bit faster too. But she's just such a sweet helper.
Think I'm losing my mind, but I guess that's what love do.
These drawer organizers that I use are from IKEA, and I meant to grab more the other day because I don't have enough for all of my kids' drawers, and I love them so much, but I kind of wish they would just sell the bigger ones. I don't really use the small ones a ton, so I'm sure I could just go on Amazon too. But that reminded me, you guys, the craziest thing happened. I went to IKEA about 2 weeks ago, a week ago or so, with my friends. And when we are getting close to the end of where like the main area is and you're walking out into the warehouse, I went to go get one of those big buggies that you kind of like put all the cardboard boxes and stuff on when you're picking out your stuff from the warehouse. And a woman had fallen right there in the plant section, and she was bleeding everywhere. And it was honestly, it just kind of shocked me. It was terrifying at first. I feel like I didn't even really know what was going on, and so I almost felt like I needed to help her. Like, do y'all ever feel like that if you're in that situation? I was like, oh my word, I've watched Grey's Anatomy, how can I help? You need to apply pressure. But there were a couple IKEA workers who were standing there, and they didn't really even seem to be that helpful, and they were kind of just like looking around waiting for the paramedics. Like, I legitimately wanted to rip my sweatshirt off and help the poor woman because it was everywhere. It was more blood than I've ever seen. It was insane. But now I feel like I'm not going to be able to walk in that area in IKEA without thinking about what happened. But I just hope she's okay. I think she is. By the time the paramedics got there, she seemed like almost more emotional but more relieved too. Anyways, that was just my crazy IKEA story.
I don't know your name, and I don't feel no shame. I want you close to me, just your company. I'm like this on the regular. I can't take the blame. I'm just here for the night. I want you by.
Y'all, my face. There is nothing like having it on film when you make the most hideous faces. I saw a tiny little bug. It looked like it could fly, and it was on the ceiling, and I just kind of tried to touch it. I don't know what I was doing, and it just fell, and I didn't know where it went. It scared me. But this is the very next day, and I actually knew that I was on a time crunch because we had an adult Halloween party that night that I was so excited about, but I had to get my kids to different babysitters and their grandparents, so I didn't have a ton of time to be cleaning because I also needed to make Butterfinger Lush for the party and a big batch of buffalo chicken dip. So I had to do that too, which created more of a mess as well. But I just got to everything that I could get to, and then I went and had fun, and I came right back to the mess the next day. And I don't know if y'all saw a second ago, but I had an entire dishwasher full of dirty dishes that I forgot to run the night before. So I knew that was going to set me back even more. So I just decided to focus on everything but the dishes.
In the late, late night, only you and I. All we got is time staying inside and hold you close to me. I can be your company. Be your company. I can be your company. I can be your company. 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 Your company. I can be your company. I can be your company. Company.
Since I am on YouTube and I also follow a lot of my favorite YouTubers on Instagram too, and now that Halloween is officially over, I feel like so many people have pulled out their Christmas stuff, and I think it's wonderful. I think it's great. If you want to pull out your Christmas stuff, you pull out your Christmas stuff, but I hope I do not disappoint anyone. I am not ready for Christmas yet, and not in the way that like I'm a Scrooge and I don't like Christmas. I absolutely love Christmas, but I'm just not ready to put fall away yet, and I don't know what's going to be happening for Thanksgiving. It might look a little bit different this year, and we might even host it at our house. I'm not sure. So I don't really want a ton of Christmas stuff out when I host for that, and I might change my mind. I might end up pulling out a few Christmas things, but for now, it's not going to happen anytime soon, and I'm so sorry if that burst any of y'all's bubbles, but there are plenty of YouTubers out there that you can watch and get motivation and inspiration from when it comes to Christmas, but I don't think it will be me anytime soon.
I'm laying down it to compile it. Oh no, I see you only when you're ballin'.
So this was filmed the day after the storm came, and you can tell it just shook our house, which is so crazy because so much of the powder from what was painted on the walls, like the trim and everything, fell. And I don't really know if it's called powder, but kind of almost like a dust, but not like dirty dust, even though there's plenty of that at my house too. I don't know what it is, but it was shaking the house so much that that kind of fell from the walls and underneath the windows.
This thing, you're pulling me out, and I'm right back on the sideline where you wanted me. I'm by the byway, waiting for your lead. I don't wanna fall in love like this, but I can't help to fall for you repeatedly.
Did y'all get a ton of trick-or-treaters where you live? If your area did trick-or-treating, we will always trick-or-treat no matter what. It was so much fun. Our whole neighborhood did. Honestly, it was one of the most fun years that we've had since we started trick-or-treating. But since all my kids like to go door to door and they're with all their friends, we can't be home to pass out candy. So that's how a lot of houses in our neighborhood are. So it's just pretty much understood that you leave your candy near the front porch and all the kids just know to grab 2 or 3 or whatever. But this is all of the craziness coming in the next day because I brought back all the stuff that we had used at our grown-up Halloween party. So I was Ariel, and that is definitely my wig just laying there on the counter, and a few decor items that I had taken over there too, and then all of the dishes that I used to make the Butterfinger Lush and the buffalo chicken dip. It was just an absolute mess, but we got in so late the night before. I want to say it was around 2 a.m. I had no energy, and I was just definitely going to let that stuff sit overnight. But this is actually on Halloween that I filmed this, so I wanted to get it all cleaned up. My kids are already kind of running around in their costumes. They were super excited. We just had a really, really fun weekend.
I'm by the byway, waiting for your lead. I don't wanna fall in love like this, but I can't help to fall for you repeatedly. Don't wanna wake up, I might be dreaming. I might be dreaming. You're stirring things up, my heart is beating. My heart is beating. I won't let go, I can't say no. My heart is yours, so I say here we go. You do that something to me, you do that something to my heart. I give up, you must stop, I'm like a spinning top. You do that something to me, you do that something to my heart.
Thank you guys so much for all of the pots and pans recommendations. I read through all of them. I know I still have more messages over on Instagram of y'all sending me recommendations too, which I love and appreciate so much. I think the ones that were mentioned the most were probably the Rachel Ray ones, which a lot of people said to get from Walmart. And then a ton of y'all mentioned pots and pans from TJ Maxx and Home Goods and that y'all love them so much. Also, Pioneer Woman, and I'm trying to think if any others were mentioned a ton. I feel like those might be the top ones, but I have a mental list of all of them, and I'm going to refer back to the video before I order anything. I'll also come up with a good list to show y'all over on Instagram too, because a lot of y'all were wondering what everybody said, and I know it's a lot to like scroll through every single comment, so I'll try to come up with a list of good recommendations for y'all if you're on the hunt too.
And I keep spinning you, see right through me, do that to me. So let's do this, baby. You do that something to me, you do that something to my heart. I give up, you must stop. I'm like a spinning top. Giving it up, giving it up, giving it up, giving it up. Oh, I'm like a spinning top. Giving it up, giving it
Some of you noticed in my last video that I wasn't wearing the gloves that I normally wear to clean my dishes, and y'all are first of all very observant, but they got kind of messed up, honestly really messed up, and I ordered some more in my Walmart grocery delivery order, and these were a substitution of those. They're not great. I think they're not really supposed to be used that many times, so they're doing the job until I can get some better ones, probably from TJ Maxx or something. There's Bo in his little ninja costume. He was so cute. I did not put the most secure lid on the buffalo dip when we took it to the party. Thankfully, we only had to walk across the street, but it ended up sloshing a little bit and getting a little bit messy, so I'm just using some wipes to clean it. It got it all out, which was surprising considering I know buffalo sauce tends to stain, but it's all clean now.
Follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away. Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find, I'm standing right here. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all.
I think my absolute least favorite thing to clean probably in the entire house is our stovetop. I know that might sound crazy because there's toilets and the shower, but I would rather clean those than this. I think it's just because it gets so greasy and dirty all the time, just because it feels like we are constantly cooking, and by we I mean mostly Mark because he does a lot of the cooking on the stove. And because of that and all of the splatter and grease and everything, I am thinking about getting an air fryer, and I would love y'all's recommendations on either which one to get, or if you have a recommendation for something else besides an air fryer to do what an air fryer can do. I would love those recommendations too, because I have zero experience with air fryers, but I've heard they're incredible from some of my friends, at least friends who live in the neighborhood. So I'm really thinking that's something that we need to invest in.
I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning?
We just got Kate's curtains in actually, and they're very similar to the ones Ava has in her room. I know I put up a poll for y'all to vote on Instagram. Technically the other curtains won, but at the end of the day, Kate really liked these, so of course we ordered them. She has just had these gray ones up in her room ever since we moved her over to this room, because these were the curtains in the boys' room. So, and they kind of work because there is a lot of gray, but she was wanting some more color and something a little bit brighter, and she doesn't care anything about blocking out the light. She actually likes it to be really light when she's sleeping. So I'm going to get these hung up. I'm sure they're going to have to fall out, like the wrinkles fall out and stuff, but I still want to get them up and see how they look.
And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me.
Dry your eyes, I can hear the silence you describe. Don't be ashamed. We can always leave this place and go where no one knows our names. Pack your bags. We never needed their permission to believe in ourselves. So come with me. We could spend the weekend doing everything they said we'd never do. In their universe, we're just causing trouble, but nothing can hurt us in our bubble. For better or worse, in an uphill struggle, no regrets and windows down, 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 down.
Please excuse my kids if you hear them. They are hyped up, but I think these turned out so good. It kind of has like a blush colored tassel on it, which ties into the wall really well because there's a lot of really pretty pinks. And I just think it helps brighten up the room so much. I will link these in the description box because they are very affordable. I think it's like a 2-pack for around $30. So when you need to do it for 2 windows or even more than that, it's really affordable. I love the way it turned out in here. Okay, moving on to the mudroom now, and I have put this room off for a little while because Georgia can't ever make up its mind with the weather, and it'll get really cold and then it'll be hot, but there just is not room for all of my kids' shoes in their bins except for maybe Bo. He doesn't have a ton of shoes, but the girls have tons of sandals and tennis shoes, and they just don't have space for all of that in their shoe bin. So they also have a shoe shelf pretty much upstairs in their closets. So I was just pulling out the shoes that don't fit them anymore and their sandals and flip-flops and just having them put them in their room upstairs so we can kind of just rotate out the shoes. And here I was asking Kate which shoes still fit her because her feet are growing so fast and they are constantly playing outside and tracking in all kinds of grass clippings and just dirt and everything. So this mudroom really needed to be thoroughly cleaned.
Yeah, it's a hot day. I'm hanging in the sunshine. You should hit me with the splash gun so I cool down. Won't you come on over? We can party till the sun's down. Baby, let me buy you a drink while we're dancing a blink. I could go for some Queen Bee too. Macy's going boom boom. If you're looking for some crazy, I'll tell you everybody's standing in a line for the water slide. You can come on over. We can take the roller coaster. And you know everybody's looking for a ride in the water slide. Water slide. Surfing on a wave of good feelings. Well, it's just another Friday in paradise.
So I know in the past we've kind of all mentioned where we live, but I'm curious to know how the weather is where you live. I know some of my YouTube friends in different parts of the United States are getting snow already, which is crazy. Here in Georgia, I would definitely say that we have 4 seasons, but we have a lot of trick seasons. So right now we're kind of just in that comfortable stage of it being not too hot, not too cold. This coming up week, the highs are around 70 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows are pretty much in the 50s. I'm looking at it on my phone right now. There's Oh my goodness, the low for tomorrow is 35 degrees. That is really, really cold here. That's about the coldest it gets, honestly. But I am curious to know the temperature where you live.
Crazy up in here, got that DJ playing music, everybody wants to hear, yeah. It's getting kinda crazy up in here, everybody wants to ride in the water slide. 3, 4. Baby, if you're looking for some crazy, I'll tell you everybody's standing in a line for the water slide. You can come on over, we can take the roller coaster, and you know everybody's.
I might not have gotten around to painting the door, but I did end up cleaning it. Honestly, I should probably clean this window every single day because my kids come in and out of this door every day along with their friends too, so it typically has fingerprints all over it, but I did clean it from kind of messing it up when I was cleaning the outside of the door.
I slowly have forgotten to remember about you, babe. If this is what all lovers do, I'll find another way. The way I fell in love with you is far from me today. I'd love to fall right back into the way we used to play. I'd rather be blue.
This vacuum cleaner is very aggressive and has extreme suction, so it was basically trying to eat this rug, but it did get it clean, and now the mudroom is all clean, which feels really, really good. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and that it gave you a ton of motivation. I know I am needing some motivation as we head into a new week because I have tons of stuff to get done, but we can just get it done together and take it day by day. I hope that y'all have a wonderful week, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, guys.